Hi all, welcome to Dragon's Cave and welcome to another Coasting Through the Week, which is a weekly collaboration organised by Mary at Resin Ep. Now, I have in the past stenciled on epoxy resin. This time I want to try on eco resin. So I'm going to go over there. Play with my fingers. I'm going over there to measure out my powder and my water, and I will be right back with you. Bye. Again, right, I've got 150 grams of aqua resin here and 45 grams of water, because it's 3 parts water to 10 parts powder. So I'm just going to throw that in. I've tried mixing it in slowly before and I find it just works easier and quicker this way. It does mix up nice and quickly. And it stays nice and bright white, or it would, except that I'm going to put some colour into it. So much easier with a whisk. Been mixing with a spatula the last few times because I killed my whisk. Just need to make sure you get all the powder mixed in. Around the edges, make sure I haven't missed anything. And I'm hoping to get kind of like a slightly marbled effect on this. So I'm going to use 2 different colours. Over there. I got these colours from Temu, the water-based pigment. I've got a sky blue and a lotus green. Just going to put a couple of drops of each in because I don't know how intense they are. And I got a bit carried away last time. Love the way they're spreading in the water. It's very cool. And I didn't grab my spatula. Oh, good grief. You don't get an awful lot of working time with these, so I'm just going to swirl this through very gently. And that, I think, is sufficient. And I think I've got more than I need, but that's a good thing. I'm just going to swoosh this around in here. It's actually not too bad in terms of quantity. I've only got a very tiny bit left. I've got somewhere to stick that anyway. Okay, so this will take about half an hour. Once this is ready to come out of the mould, I will be right back. Cross your fingers that it turns out looking as good the other side. I'll see you soon. Hi all, we're back. This is ready to come out of the mould now. It's still quite warm, a little bit damp maybe, but it's close enough so I can put it to dry out properly. Assuming I don't mess it up by doing this. Oh, yeah. Let's see what it's like on the other side. Oh, that came out really nice. It's probably my best marbling ever. So I'm going to give this probably 24 hours to completely dry out before I move on to the next stage. I can't stop looking at that. It's so good. Yeah, so I'm going to let this properly dry out and then I'll come back when we're ready to start working on the stencil. See you in a bit. Hi all, back again. This is fully dried now. It's had about 24 hours. So next step is I've got this pretty butterfly. It's a silk screen stencil. which I have used, or this type of stencil I've used before, but on resin and not on eco powder, so I'm really not sure how this is going to go, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Didn't exactly get that central, did I? It's okay. Bit of a shame to be covering up the marbling, so I was really pleased with that. But never mind. I've got a little pot. I'm just going to use this PVA glue. It's white glue, dries clear. Assuming I can get the lid off. Put a bit of that in there. It'll be easier than dolloping it straight onto the stencil. More than a little bit, and it's probably a lot more than I need, but it's okay. It won't get wasted. So, very stringy. I'm going to make sure I get every little bit. And if this works the same way as the resin did, you don't actually need an awful lot. You just need to make sure that you cover all the bits, that the glue goes through the silk screen. To cut this quite close to be able to fit it into the mould. I'm just trying to be very careful not to go over the edges here. So hopefully that is going to be enough. I did say I'd put far too much in the pot, but I have something else I want to use that for anyway. So, very carefully lift up the edge of the stencil, peel it away. You can see where the glue is. That goes back on there. I'll clean that up in a minute. Wipe that off my fingers. And grab a spoon. So I want to do this in glitter. I don't think I've done enough, but I'm sure other people have done this. I just haven't seen it done. Wipe that off quickly. I want to use a blue for the outer part of the wings. I will save any leftovers and mix the silver and blue in a pot. I'll put them in a separate pot, obviously not back in the pot they came from. I'm just wondering if I should have sealed the eco powder before I put the glue on, because it seems to be sinking in quite a lot. No matter. I have missing bits, I have missing bits. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and I will see you very, very soon for the next bit. Bye. Hi all, back again. I think this is fully set now. I've just put a brush down somewhere. There you go. I have given this a bit of a shake to make sure that it was completely covered. So now I'm going to tap the main part of it off. Yeah, I didn't put quite enough glue on here, but I don't think that overall that's going to be a big issue. the glue is not fully set. I can see I'm brushing it off, so I'm going to leave that a little bit longer. Tap off the excess. Yeah, a little bit sad, but it's not too bad. Could be worse. I'm just going to make sure that glue is fully set before I brush off the excess. And I will come back to you when we're ready. See you in a bit. Hi again. Well, as you can probably see, that didn't work. I don't think I used nearly enough glue. So I've cleaned that all off with a wet wipe, and I'm going with a different stencil. This one is far less detailed, so hopefully it'll work a little better. I'm going to actually dollop quite a lot of glue on here to make sure it gets right in through the silk screen. I don't think I worked it in enough either, so I don't think it all went through in some places. Something in my glue there. Lost it now. Hopefully the brush picked it up and took it out. Again, I'm trying to be careful not to go over the edges. I did have to trim the stencil down for it to fit in the mould. It's back again. Got it. Potentially this might be just soaking into the aqua resin as well. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough. Giving it a good push. Make sure it goes through the silk. Get this peeled off quickly. If I can get hold of the edge. It does not want to come up. There we go. That looks better. Clean that up in a second. I want to get the glitter on before it starts setting up. So I'm basically going to do similar to what I did last time. With the middle part with silver. I did save the as much as I could of the glitter that I knocked off. These are laser powder glitters from Temu. A few bubbles there. That should be all right. Hopefully. He says, crossing every possible crossable part of her anatomy. So I'm going to put this over onto the heat mat. Hopefully the glue will dry quicker. And I will be back with you in a second. See you in a bit. Hi all. Now I'm pretty sure this is set. It's been on the heat mat overnight, so hopefully tap out the loose. Oh, that worked beautifully. Just hope it stays put when I brush off the excess. Yes, that has worked really, really well. Now this glitter, it's the Temu laser powder. It does take a little while to get the loose stuff off, so I'm going to go off and clear that up, and I will be right back. See you in a sec. Okay, I got off as much of the loose glitter as I could. Look, sparkly fingers. So I'm going to give it a very thin top coat of UV. Hopefully I've got enough left in this bottle, because I just realised I haven't brought my other one in from the house. Now I fully expect that there will be some floating glitter, because I wasn't able to get every last bit of it off. But that's okay. It's not going to do any harm at all. I'll start with that and see how well it covers. I don't want to brush this around or push it about, so I'm just going to tilt it. Don't want to risk dislodging too much of the glitter by poking it. And obviously I don't want a very thick coat, because you lose the depth in the coaster when you do that. I may have to put a little drop more in, but I think it's coating pretty well. I'll just let that settle a minute and see if it covers those little bits. Otherwise I'll just put a tiny drop more in. I'm too impatient. A little drop more here, close up that little hole. Oh, don't tell me I've run out now. There must be a drop more in here. If I can just gently tease it. There's a big bubble there, but I'll get rid of that. Just to close up that tiny little gap there. And again here. Because as I say, I don't want to put too deep a layer in. Almost. Almost. Okay, so I'm going to go over the top of this with my long neck lighter, because I can see a few bubbles rising. Difficult to tell what's bubbles and what's glitter, really. Okay, so I'm going to give that a minute in case any more bubbles rise, and I'm going to pop it under the UV light, and I will be back to show you the finished result. See you in a sec. This is completely set now. There is a little distortion on the surface, but it's because of the the glitter that rose up. But overall, I'm very, very happy with that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up. Check out the Coasting Through the Week playlist. If you're not already subscribed, please do, because it helps my channel out a massive amount. And I will see you all very, very soon for the next one. Bye.